because people have to get comfortable with you because they have to trust that you know what you're doing, especially with short sales. Everyone know that short sales is not a very easy transaction. So you have to be very knowledgeable in what you're doing. And by explaining the process to her and explaining to her what I'm going to do for her as we go through the short sale, I think that's when she started loosening up and getting more comfortable.
You're in, are you at home or office? Where are you at?
I'm home.
Nice, nice. I'm at home too. It's cold today.
Yeah, I see you got the Scully and the hoodie.
I bet you if you could see Jake, he would show you that he's freezing his ass off too. We don't live too far from each other, so I know. Jake, how cold is it, man?
He said he's in a Gore-Tex jacket. Oh wow. Oh yeah, it's cold.
I'm telling you, it got to 32 out here, and that's like unheard of. 32. That's like DC weather where you're from.
Hey, you're in LA, right?
Yeah,
I mean, California, y'all have no business being cold.
That's what I said. That's what I said. All right, everybody who's joining us in the other sites we've got out there, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, where we've got you, and the people here on the webinar, we've got Leisel. Is it
Taylor? Yep.
Leisel Taylor. Yeah. And she not only runs an amazing brokerage out of the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, just in case you don't know. She's with Village Properties or Village, is it Village Properties, Village Premier?
Village Premier Collection, Maryland, Tristan.
Please, I suck at this. I quit.
No, you don't.
Yeah, well, if you're in the area, check them out. I love them, and I love what they stand for. And she's also got a team with her husband, Donnell. And today, let's talk about building up a large clientele list, because you just had an event, and I loved the event. I loved following it on Instagram, and I know you had success with it.
Yes.
But anything that I missed as far as a good introduction for you, Leisel?
Yeah, well, one correction. I got fired from the team since I opened up brokerage.
Brokerage.
Yeah. So now my husband runs the team, and I just focus on the brokerage.
Got you.
I know it's hard because my husband and I have been doing it together for so long. Because people are like, "Are you still on the team?" Yeah, I'm like, "No, he fired me because I'm the broker, and I'm sick of him." So
that's a good thing. And Monica says hello, and everyone, let us know what city and state you're from. I'm in Malibu, California. Jake's in Ventura County, the city of Ventura. And Lisa, where is your main office located?
We're located out of Lanham, Maryland, which is in Prince George's County, Maryland. So I'm repping for the Maryland market today.
Nice. We've got a few different people on, but Kelly is close to you. Kelly Smith is in Washington, D.C.
Hey, Kelly. Kelly is with the Village. Kelly, tell him you with the Village.
He's being sneaky there.
Yes. See, they're all repping. Yana just came in and said, I'm in Leisel's Maryland office. Yes, my Village people. Let them know that we in here and we're ready to learn today.
All right. Let's make it happen. Leisel, where do we start if we want to grow a business that is heavy on referrals from our close sphere, our past clients? Because you do that well, and the events that you do are great, but where do we start?
So I definitely want to start with purpose. Like, why are we even having these events? Because I can talk about events all day, but if people don't understand the intention of the purpose, it doesn't make sense, right? So what I want to talk about is there are two different types of events that you should be having. Especially if you're not someone who's big on cold calling, you don't want to door knock, then having events is the way to go. So there are two different categories of events, at least in my opinion. And what we do is we either have community events where we're targeting people we don't really know, and client events, because we want to show our clients love, that We appreciate them. And of course, to stay top of mind. So the community events are really to engage the local community and provide business exposure for yourself, as well as giving back to the community. It's
Okay.
a way to come from contribution. That way people really know that you're vested in the community and you really want to contribute and just make everyone's life better in the community. And then, of course, with the client events, that's a way of encouraging repeat business. Because what better way to get a return on investment is when you have a client that keeps coming back. That means you don't have to pay for leads anymore. Because I literally have a client, I literally closed with her last week, and this is my 5th transaction with her. So that's the best ROI you
wow.
can get, right?
I love that. All right,
Yeah.
so let's talk about that specific client. So first off, where did they come from, and how did you create this relationship so that you could get 5 transactions from this?
Okay, so she was a referral from another client who had recently closed with me. And she actually came to me because she had to sell her first house as a short sale.
Okay.
So she was she was one of my special clients at the beginning because of course I had to build that trust with her. There was already a level of trust because her best friend referred her to me, but
Okay.
I still had to, yeah, her best friend referred her to me. I had closed on her best friend's house. I helped her best friend sell her house.
Okay, so this is like her bet. Okay, so where did you get her best friend from
Oh my
first?
God, I can't remember. This is like
Okay. Okay.
best friend was a expired call. Yes, yes, she was an
Okay, so
expired call. Yes.
best friend was an expired call, and then you used RedX. It was brought to you by RedX too. So
Brought to you by Red X. Yes.
you used RedX to
Yes.
call this expired. But
Yes.
how did you make an expired your best friend, like how or your friend, so that they could refer you more clients? How did that happen?
Oh my God. I picked up the phone, Tristan, and used those scripts, that Red X provides so you can get expired leads.
Uh-huh.
And this was actually, to be very transparent, this expired lead was I would say about 5 years ago when I closed on her house. And I'm also the type of agent, like right before up to closing, anytime something that happens great in my transaction, I'm asking for a referral. So when I
Mm.
went on the contract, I asked for a referral. When the inspection came back and she was happy, I asked for a referral. And then when we closed, I asked for a referral. And on closing day, she finally had her best friend who was in a situation and had to sell her house as a short sale.
Let,
You really jogging my memory here,
okay,
Tristan.
okay. Pause right there, because the challenge that a lot of us have is we can follow what you're saying, and it's like, okay, we're visualizing it. But a lot of us have a challenge as to what to say when you're asking for the referral. How do you ask so you don't come across as
Salesperson-y.
yeah? How do you ask? Because you're not very salesy. You're very genuine.
I'm more girl-friendly. Like I treat my clients like my best friends. So I'd be like, girl, I did all this hard work for you. You should have a referral for me. And the intention is the girl, I've been calling, but not yet, but I got you. So like I talk to them like they're my friend. And that's also a comfort level for me because I can't be like, hey, do you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell a house that you can refer to me? That is so not me. So all my clients, I treat them like they're my best friend, and that's how I'm able to relate. And like I said, I talk to you like I'm hanging out with you, outside, like, girl, I did all this work. You don't have a referral for me yet. You know what I mean? Or even after the inspections, I'm like, okay, so you happy. I know you talked to one of your friends. They're not ready to buy or sell. And they'll be like, not yet, but I'm thinking, I'm calling. So by closing day, she finally had her best friend who told her. And I guess it was also a sensitive situation because some people are not proud to say they have a short sale going on. So she finally confided in her. And, she was asking her, how was her experience in working with me? And obviously she was like, she felt comfortable. All my clients think they're my friends, literally, like they text me to go hang out with them or go get drinks. And sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure if I should cross that line. Because if I'm getting
That's
lit with
funny.
you in the club, it's like, do you still trust me to sell your house? But um, so yeah, she told me she had a great experience with me, and that's how I met the client that I have 5 transactions. So she was
Got
really
it.
sensitive, yeah, because like I said, it's a short sale. And
Do you with the client, so you did that with the expired call, you made them
yes,
kind of your friend, and then
yes,
you did that again with the referral.
yes.
How do you are you the one that kind of breaks the ice as how this conversation is going to go for the rest of the relationship? Like, are
I
you the
think
one that says, "Hey, girl," or are you, or do
so.
they do it first?
I'm friendly professional, you know. I'll just use the name Stacy. Her name isn't Stacy. I was like, hey Stacy, you know, Nicole referred me to you. She said you really needed my help, and you know, I just want to see what I can do for you. So I kind of feel them out first. Because people have to get comfortable with you because they have to trust that you know what you're doing, especially with short sales. Everyone know that short sales is not a very easy transaction. So you have to be very knowledgeable in what you're doing. And by explaining the process to her and explaining to her what I'm going to do for her as we go through the short sale, I think that's when she started loosening up and getting more comfortable. And then the fact when we talk on the phone, I mean, like I said, I'm friendly professional. Um,
Mhm.
and also I'm like, how is your day? How are you feeling? What's going on? You know, I really talk to my clients like not too salesy, but it's a kind of, I don't know how to explain it. There's a kind of professional friend vibe I try to give off. And
I
even with
like
my agents, I think I do the same thing with my agents where we're still professional,
that.
but they know they can come talk to me still. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I like that because I don't know that we do that enough
Mhm.
with the people that we work with. And I think that that needs to stem from us first. And I do that a lot I do that a lot by text, Lisa. I'm the first one that sends a GIF or a GIF, right? Whatever you want to call them. I'm the
Mhm.
first one that does it. And as soon as I do, here come everybody else. It's like everybody's sending me a emoji and Yoda GIFs and people dancing. And I'm like, okay. So I think breaking the ice
It's very
first,
important.
it's like
Yeah.
you're setting the tone, and we don't do that enough in our business. So I love that you do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, once she got comfortable and started opening up, and she was seeing that I was knowing what I was doing as far as the short sale, when that closed, she actually needed to buy a house. So
Okay.
6 months later, that's transaction number two. That was transaction number two. And then from buying the house, a couple years later, she decided she didn't want to live there anymore. She had outgrown that house. So guess who she called to help her sell? That's transaction number three. And
Okay.
actually, I was wrong. I said five, it's four, because
Okay.
now we're under contract with transaction number four because she's buying brand new construction.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, so take me through that on the last part, because do the events that you hold, does that have anything to do with it? Do the texts, do the
Absolutely.
calls, do the emails?
Absolutely.
Do
Absolutely.
we know what impacts this relationship the most? What
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So one of the things we focus on is having events. At least when I was on the team, we were really intentional on having client events because we want to show them how much we appreciate them. So we have 3 events. Is it? Yeah, we missed one this year, but typically it's 3 client events. One is a music queue that now our clients have started reaching out to us in April to find out if we're having music queue. And what
Okay,
music is barbecue and live music, right? So
okay.
altogether, it's called music queue. And we actually
I
have a
like
band.
that.
Yep, we actually have a band, a live band that we hired. Okay, I'm going
Is
to
it okay? Question. Does this happen every year?
every
Music
year consistently. So this
and
year was our 6th year.
okay, so then why don't you have Donnell pick up musicq.com or musicqdc or musicqdmv.com and then start like piecing some stuff together there, because that's an event
This
that
is
can grow. I love this. This is a great idea. I
You
know
saw
that face. I know that face.
the only reason why is because Music Q is our biggest event every year. And it is, I mean, it's so much fun, but it's
So
so
good.
much planning that goes in the background, especially since it's grown. So on average, we usually have 120 to 150 of our clients come every year.
Damn.
Yeah. And we
That's
started off,
good.
when we first started, it was about 40 to 50 in year one. So to see the progression, and which also shows us that our clients really appreciate us and the work that we're doing, because now they're bringing their family and their friends, which is another way to meet people in a nice, friendly, professional environment. It's not all stuffy, and you can have conversations. They can get to know me. You know, I'm in shorts, not booty shorts, but I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. We're eating barbecue. You know, we're just fellowshipping, and it's just a great way that we have found that has grown our business. So
I love
Stacy, she comes to it every year. So that's how we were able to foster that relationship, because she came to every Music Q every year since we've been doing business with her. We also have a pie event. I know you want to focus on Music Q, but she always comes
No,
to
no,
our.
no, this is good. This
This
is
is
like
good. Yes.
the pie event you just had.
The
So,
pie event we just had. Yes.
and
So
she went to that.
yeah,
Same amount of people come through, or how does that work?
yes, the same amount of people do come through because they absolutely love the pies. So our pie event, so Music Q is August and pie event is November, because of course we want to kind of break it up. And the one thing we did this year that I think made a huge difference for the pie event was that we hand out flyers at Music Q, letting our clients know about the upcoming pie event so that they know to save the date and they have something to look forward to from us. So
What
that
other what other items do you use to prompt them for the pie event? Like texting, emailing, calling? What does that look like?
So about a month before the pie event, the first thing we do is just send out a blast email inviting, you know, just a general email. We use Eventbrite as well. So we send out a blast email letting everyone know the pie event is here. You need to RSVP. And then 3 weeks before the pie event is when we actually pick up the phone and start calling our clients to let them know that in case you missed the email, here, you know, I just want to make sure I call to let you know that we sent out the email invite for the pie event and you need to be there. And then 2 weeks before, we start texting, because what we're noticing is that people are not picking up the phone as much, but they're responding to text a lot more. So
Mm,
we start texting, because what was also happening is we were leaving voicemails, but how many people really check their voicemail? I mean, Tristan, do you check your voicemail a lot? I don't.
no, not at all, unfortunately, which sucks. I need to
Yeah.
check it more.
Exactly. And then actually, we do send out a blast email 2 days before the pie event, and then a final blast text message one day before the event, and then a huge text message the day of the pie event to once again remind people to come by and pick up their pie. And the response is always overwhelming for the pies. The one thing I'm happy about is that we partnered up with a local bakery, because that's the one thing my husband was very intentional on, because I wanted to do Costco when we first rolled out the idea. And
Well,
he was like, absolutely not. I mean, nothing is wrong with Costco pies, but his thought process, which I agreed with, is that these people are spending so much money and are trusting us with, you know, the biggest investment of their life. Let's partner up with a local bakery where we know they can get a quality pie from us. So whenever they think of the pie, they know that they get an amazing pie from us. And the other thing that we were very intentional about the pie is putting our information on there. Because guess what happens with pie, guys? Well, if they make it, because so far every client has told us our pie hasn't made it to the Thanksgiving table. But if it does make it to the Thanksgiving table, your information is right there on the pie for all their family members, their friends to see, so that they will know that their real estate agent gave them this delicious pie. And of course, they're going to be like, your agent gave you a sweet potato pie. And my clients are always like, yeah, I tell them my agent is amazing. She gives me pie. She has a barbecue for me. And I even had one client said, yeah, all my agent did was give me a cheap bottle of wine from CVS. And I fell out laughing.
Dude.
So events work. They really, really work. I mean, they're work for us, but they work to show, your clients that you truly appreciate them. And it's a great way to stay top of mind without really having to, do all the cold calling and prospecting that we mostly have to do in our business. So,
I love that. And you know what? I'm going to quote you
oh
because
Lord,
I love that one. You just said something that makes a lot of sense. He said events work, but they're work.
they are.
And that is like right on there. So you also had an event for Village for the brokerage,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I loved that. So I know it's a slight tangent, but I think the setup, the preparation, the execution is all the same,
Mhm.
right?
It
What oh, you're like, oh yeah.
is.
What are some things you can share with us that worked for that event that you think we can apply into real estate?
I know it definitely worked. I'll definitely talk about the ice cream social because that was our first, actually, no, it was our second, but we were better prepared for the ice cream social. Because I definitely wanted my agents to know that I truly, truly, truly appreciated them for trusting me and joining our village, right? So
Yeah.
first thing, and I more or less kept the same system. The first week, an email blast went out at least 4 weeks before the event. The second week is when I started calling. But with agents, it's totally different. Only 2 people answered the phone. I actually remember that only 2 agents answered the phone. And I left voicemails, but I'm like, Leisel Taylor, who are you kidding? They're not checking these voicemails. And then after that, I realized I had more success in texting them. So my communication up until the event, like I think it was a week before and a couple of days before, I just was really intentional on texting them and reminding them about the ice cream social. And I actually got more responses like, hey, I didn't forget. And the other reason I really wanted to remind them about the ice cream social is because we had it in our parking lot in front of our building. So there wasn't a lot of seating. So they needed to bring their own portable chair so they can sit. Because I didn't want anybody to come and be like, oh, why you didn't tell me? So it was an ice cream social, plus you need to bring a folding chair so that you
I
can
love
sit.
that.
Yeah. So I think that's what worked because I think at that time we had about only 30 agents, but 25 agents came and they bought, their husband or their boyfriend or their kids. And I loved it because it's also a great opportunity for me to connect with their families, meet their kids, like husbands or wives who knew nothing about Village. They got to meet my husband and me and, get to know us on a personal level, like who is their spouse or their partner working with now, if they've never heard about Village. So it was a great way for them to connect with us and get to know us a little bit better on a friendly, professional level. So
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So next year, what are you planning to do that you think will be, it's going to be hard work, but will be fun and will also impact your business in a positive way when it comes to your past clients, your sphere, your database? What does that look like?
definitely events where that's always my business plan. We are going to go back to our 4 events a year, which was, we used to do, well, we're doing it again, an Easter egg hunt. That took a lot of planning. Yeah, but it was so much fun. And the reason it took a lot of planning when we first did it was because I would say I'm kind of psychotic a little bit with events. So I like to research what happened badly in other people's events. So I'll know what not to do in my event. So with the Easter egg hunt, just to give you guys some content, I actually researched another real estate team that had an Easter egg hunt, and it went really bad because they didn't separate the children's ages. So the older
Oh,
children trampled on the younger kids. So I was like, yes, we're not doing that. We are going to have different age buckets for the Easter egg hunt and start it at different times. So that's what I
that's a
mean about, yeah, that's what I mean about researching what could possibly go wrong at this event so that you will know not to have that happen at yours. So I know we're
that's a
bringing,
great one.
yeah. So I know that's one thing we're doing. Definitely music cue, because like I said, clients start asking about music cue from July or August.
Nice.
And definitely for the agents, we're doing the ice cream social because we got such a good response. You know, everybody eating ice cream and having a good time. Um, Pie giveaway. Pie is always here to stay. That's not going anywhere because everyone loves the pies. I myself, I think I really do the pie event for me, Tristan, because I end up eating 2 or 3 pies that I have no business eating. And we have an event going on that was really targeted for the community to get new business, and that's our toy drive. But we also
Nice.
did that to support our agents in the brokerage, because the intention was for them to push it out as well, so they can make a name for themselves in that community where, you know, the community can see that we're trying to make a difference, especially for those less fortunate during that time. And it wasn't as successful as I think this year, but I know next year we're going to do a better job of marketing so that all of
Okay.
our agents can get involved and start pushing it out into their communities so that they can make a name from themselves. Also show the community that we do give back. We're not just here to help you buy and sell houses. So that's one thing we're definitely going to work on for next year.
Okay, let's talk about that. We got another 2 minutes. What does that marketing look like to bring in more of the people that you're trying to bring in? What does that look like?
So what the intention was this year that we did photos with Santa, and we didn't ask for any payment. We just wanted people to bring toys as a donation. And then along with Santa, photos with Santa, we had a time period. I mean, it's still going on where you can bring in toys from December 1st to December 16th, you know, for us to donate, because we're donating the toys to a local nonprofit in this area called the Christmas Experience. And what I mean is, I didn't think we did a good job with the agents with showing the intention of, hey, you know, we want to give back to the community, and I'm really trying to get you guys in the community. So use this
Mhm.
platform of the toy giveaway where you can use the marketing and you put it out in your communities that you're targeting, you know, to show that you do give back and that you care about your community, because we do, we really do. We want to show the community that we cares. So that's something we saw what we did wrong. And my husband and I definitely have to go to the drawing board to see how we can better execute that and come up with a better plan for next year. So,
Okay. I love that. All
yeah.
right. Well, look, that takes us to the top of the time we've got. And for those that are wondering how they can get a hold of you, or if they want to take a look at Village, how do you make that happen? Besides following you on Instagram.
Besides following on Instagram, you can definitely reach out to me. My phone number is 240-760-9192. Or you can send an email to Leisel at leiseltaylor.com.
And I'm going to put up your Instagram just in case somebody didn't get what you said.
Yeah,
There it is. Follow her. She has some great content. It's educational, it's fun, and it's engaging. So great job.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that coming from you, Tristan. And guys, just so you know, Tristan and LabCoatAgents are bomb. I'm in here all the time learning nuggets from them. So definitely plug it. They're always dropping nuggets, always.
Thanks, Leisel. Thanks for being on. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.